Alright, Mrs. Macaulay. Like I explained earlier on before you signed the consent, the procedure is called a manual vacuum aspiration. And it shouldn't take more than 20 minutes to 1 hour. I would give you an injection that would help reduce your anxiety and any form of pain that you might feel. It might make you a little bit drowsy, but you'll be ultimately fine at the end. Okay?
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I don't even know how to act right now. I'm not happy because of so many things that went down in this episode of Skinny Girl in Transit after the blues. Okay, let's say a prayer first, just like we did last week. May we never find ourselves in a situation where we have to question God. And you understand why I'm saying that. Like, this episode was so real. Skinny Girl in Transit is also always very real. But watching this particular one, it just really takes me on a journey where I feel like I'm living the pain of someone. I felt like I could picture the pain of everyone I've heard that went through miscarriage, that went through this kind of pain, maybe the child dying at birth and all of that. It just took me on a journey of how much pain they would have felt to have gone through that kind of situation. Let's just start from the beginning. I feel like Tiwa, watching her express herself in that kind of way, watching her blame herself, watching her bottle so many things up.
No, not really. She's not eating.
Eating would mean me masking my pain. I'm not hungry.
It was hurting. It took me a while to not shed a tear, like while watching this particular episode. It took me, I had to summon a lot of courage so that I would not cry like I'm at work, so I couldn't afford to cry. But it was so touching. It was really, really touching. And the very decisive part for me was when I saw her talk to herself in the mirror.
It's your fault, you know that, right? It's your fault. Just too fat, just everywhere. Can't stick to a diet plan, can't work out. It's your fault. How did you lose our baby? How?
Man, I don't pray anyone gets to that place. It's a deep place to be. It's a very, very deep place to be. All the things she said to herself, blaming herself, her weight, and one thing again I would say is if you're one of such persons who make people feel like they shouldn't be comfortable with a particular part of their body, no matter how much they try to accept themselves, there will always be something that takes them back to that place. So don't be the person who would do that thing that takes them back to that place. Because Skinny Girl in Transit, you would recall, started off with a girl who wanted to find confidence in her body, in her shape, in her being, in her person. And then if she sort of found it as the series grew, and then one situation she's back to where she used to be. Anyway, watching that happen was really sad, but I think To be very honest, I like how Mama Tiwa still brought us some level of comic relief in this particular episode. Some of the jabs she threw at midday while they were having that conversation of him taking charge. I think she's a very good mother. If every mother could be that way, maybe Nigeria would be better. She's a very, very good mother. I love how she holds her children close to her, but at the same time she knows when to, loosen up a little bit so that they don't go astray. Trust me when I say that I learn from everything that happens in Single in Transit. I'm learning to be a better mother. I'm learning to be a better lover. I'm learning a lot, and I hope you're learning too, because it's not just about the tears and the laughter and the I'm a fan of SGIT. There's so many lessons that we all need to learn. Now let's come to Shalewa and Mohammed. The scene Mohammed returned from Kano to greet Shalewa and how everywhere was cold. I like that. Omoju, Omora, I can't translate that. He understood the situation on ground and he did not try to add his own fire towards on ground. So I like that he excused himself to come back and see what he had in mind another day. But even though another day saved did not help matters. Like, what does Mohammed think he is? Because my Shalewa is calm. Let's even talk about Shalewa. Did you guys notice that Shalewa bottled up her own problems and allowed her sister be priority? I said this thing last week that I wish I could be an awesome sibling like Shalewa. The way at the party, for instance, she showed it at the party where she received that call, she saw what was going on, and she just shook everything off and went back to laughing with her sister. The same thing happened in this particular episode, where she had that pain bottled up, like my boyfriend, there's so many assumptions, my boyfriend's probably cheating, she's with my competitor and all of that. But she didn't allow any of that stop her from being there for her sister at the time of need. Even when Mohammed came to say all that thing, she was just looking like, that girl is so cute.
I am sorry. Please say something. I wish I could take it back.
Don't let me see what that I would have done to Mohammed. Imagine the way he was saying, I'm so sorry, I love you, I didn't mean it. Like, shut the F up, you had sex. At some point I was thinking, is Shalewa going to let this go? Because she was too calm with the whole thing. But I think I like how she handled it. The way she was even looking at him like, who is this piece of trash? See, sometimes silence is golden. Hey, silence is actually golden. And I give Shalewa thumbs up for that episode. Let's go of rubbish, that nonsense. Okay, hashtag Mohammed Shalewa, go get out. I'm not even interested anymore. That's sex. Let's even say the girl forced herself for you to go to Kano. You did not have sense to hold yourself. Anyway, I don't know if this is going to be the end of Shalewa and Mohammed. I don't want it to be. We will still beg her to forgive and forget. But for right now, let my girl be. Don't come and give us bad luck and bad vibes. Let her be for now. That's all I can say. Coming back to the center of attraction, Tiwa and Mide, and watching how Tiwa wanted to leave Mashimona home and how her mother handled the situation. I cannot overemphasize this. The mom is doing a great job. But I also loved how they came back together. I loved how they eventually talked.
I was upset with myself for not being there to help you or even knowing how to.
I think Mide is a man everyone should probably dream of having. Because that particular scene made me remember a personal issue where, my own man, at some point we had an issue and he was telling me, every day I find new ways to love you. See, I feel like that's like the best word I've heard. Just the way Mide said, show me how to love you. You cannot learn how to love a person. You cannot impose your loving on a person if you don't know how you want them to love you. That's the truth. I love you, no be buy me Ferrari, buy me Bugatti. What if I don't want Ferrari and Bugatti? So I feel like every relationship should be based on what I want and what you want. And that communication helps to, you will not be perfect, but it helps to build an almost perfect situation between both of you. And I give Mide kudos. He allowed his emotions to flow, unlike Tiwa that was bottling up. And there are so many lessons to learn from here. I've learned a lot. And I feel like I don't want to go deep into some of the other things here. I'm just really emotional right now. I can't even begin to think about so many other things we saw in the movie or in the series or in this particular episode. But what do we expect from here going forward? I don't want to believe that Tiwa saying or Tiwa acting cool at that last scene is just going to be for acting cool's sake. I want to believe this is going to be a good point to pick themselves back up and work together as a couple, because Tiwa felt like she was walking alone in this past 6 months, from the stress of work to bottling up so many things to fighting some name issue. I mean, she had too many things in her plate. So I'm hoping that she will let go as we continue. I'm hoping that they can now, connect as a couple, not just on the surface, not just the oh God when. No, let us see you people act it. So Tiwa has a lot to deal with. I might just even recommend therapy, because it doesn't end here. That hug and all that loving does not mean everything is over. I might just recommend therapy, but apart from that, I'm looking forward to more, because it feels like they just died everything down in this episode. So I'm just thinking what's going to happen next. You know, that kind of thing. But let's just keep our fingers crossed. But this episode was super emotional. Really emotional. Guys, what do you think about this episode of Skinny Girl in Transit? Is it still doing it for you? Because it's doing it for me. I want to know what you think and how you feel about this. Write it down in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. And yes, like 7 days, another 1 week feels like it's really far, but we'll wait. We are lovers of SGIT, so we'll wait. Thank you guys. See you in the next review of the SGIT.